welcome and/or welcome back to Journey to Peace with me. It's our very first paycheck to paycheck budget stuffing our wallet video for 2022. Y'all ready? Before we get into it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below so that you can join the family and take one of these journeys with us. Please excuse Apollo because he's in a mood today. All right, but we're going to keep going. He's not going to stop this show. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do, I'm going to unstuff this wallet first, and then we'll go over the budget. So if you're new here, stay tuned. If you're new to budgeting, stay tuned. We're going to get you together. All right. So let's go through our categories. Eating out. Remember, this was the last check of 2021 when I was, balling out because I had paid off all of my debts, and I was just like, I'm going to live until 2022 when the plan is to get this emergency fund built up. So don't judge what's left in these envelopes. Okay. All right. Eating out. The only thing that's left is a folded money. So we have $15 worth of folded money, and this is going to go into the Mommy Makeover Fund. All right, groceries has $100. We're gonna put this into the school fund because we got to start building up the summer camp money. Next up, date night. So for date night, we did go on a date. We went on a family date for my husband's birthday, and we took the kids to a middle scale, if you will, type restaurant. So we got them dressed up, went out to eat. So we have $100 that was left. So that means we spent $305 at that meal. I told y'all we was gonna have a good meal, right? But $305 for 5 people at a middle to upper scale restaurant, not bad. Let's put this back in the envelope or the wallet. Gas, you all know, is a digital category, so that's there. Mommy's fun money. So for this pay period, I did get my wax, so I had to pay my tip for that. I got my nails redone. This color, in case you're interested, this is OPI's Love is in the Bear. And then I got my toes repainted, and that I did OPI Funny Bunny, and I mixed it with bubble bath. All right, so and I got my my lashes done, and I got those. I paid for that. So I have $20, $30, $1 that's left. I'm gonna put $20 into the Peloton fund and $11 into the Mommy Makeover. All right, and so for allowance, the only thing that's left in here is Big Girl's money, and that is gonna go into her account. She had $4 or $3 that's left, and so I'm gonna put that aside for her. She gave this back to me and asked me to hold it, so I'm gonna hold it in there for her. All right, and so that's it. Let's go ahead and flip you all around so that you can see the budget, so that you can see what we're doing this pay period, how it's different. We'll walk you through that. All right, let me flip you around. So I flipped you all around. Right now I have my sinking funds. I have my planner with my budget in it, have the cash, and I have my wallet. All right, so let's go to the budget. Zoom you in. All right, so if you're new to budgeting, this is my budgeting spreadsheet. It is on my Etsy shop, which is gonna be linked in the description bar below. And so when you're budgeting, some people like the pay yourself method first. And so that means before you start to pay any of your bills, you're gonna pay yourself first. Paying yourself first would be your sinking funds, your cash envelopes, and then from there you'll worry about your bills. All right, so here you see my income that I budget. This is the money that's going into my personal account that I budget for. It's $23.51.14. And so the bills this pay period, and you'll see them over here. The car insurance is going to get $185. I pay my car insurance to myself every pay period so that when the 6th month comes, I have the amount to make that premium. And I already set that aside. Apple One came out on the 7th. That's $31.73. And so for now, Apple One is covering 4 of us because we bought the littles iPads for Christmas. So 4 of us now have Apple products, and we all use the same Apple One account for $31.73. The phone bill, you'll see me stuff that as $25. That's going to come out today, the 8th. Google came out today at 99 cents. Netflix is going to come out on the 15th at $19.55. This is a joint account budget line item, but we put the money in my account, so it's covered. And there, Tidal is going to come out on the 21st at $12.99. Now, Big Girls Trip. This has been money that we've been planning. So for this trip, she's going to take it next summer, and that's going to be $164, and that's going to come out on the 21st. With a little buffer this time of $8.88. That means the total is $439.26 for this pay period. And so from there, you'll see now my cash envelopes is what's coming up next. So my cash envelopes, you can see that gas is getting $200. If you're new here, gas used to get $175, but I noticed that I was going a bit over in the gas category, so I wanted to make sure there was enough money in there so that there is still some buffer in the account. So I'm beefing it up to $200. Eating out is getting beefed up to $150. It was only getting $50. So now this $150, the extra $100, what's going to happen is I'm going to give myself an extra $50 to eat out during the week while I'm at work. And I'm going to give the family an extra $50 for the 2 weeks. So the family's going to get a total of $150. $100 coming from the joint account, $50 coming from me for a total of $150. And then I'm getting a total of $100 to eat out for 2 weeks at work. Okay, and so the reason why I'm doing this is just in case with softball, baseball happening, cheerleading, if we decide we needed to eat out an extra time, we have that and it's covered. And I don't have the large buffer that I was having before because I got to buckle back down. And so the best way to do that is to make sure it's accounted for in my budget and I have the cash. It's there. We can't go over. Tithe is going to stay at $300. Extra money is going to get $30. Still, mommy's fun money. I'm beefing that up to $200. The reason why is because I've been depriving myself for so long. I want to feel like I can do the things that I want to do if I want to do them during that pay period. And whatever is left over, we'll deal with that if there's anything left over. This got beefed up from $100. So now the total is $880 coming out of my cash envelopes. This number before was $655. Okay. And so now we're going to go into my sinking funds. My sinking funds, my vacation is going to get $100. That's the same. If you're new here, or if you're an oldie, I should say, you'll notice that my emergency fund is no longer here. Emergency fund used to be the first one. It's not there anymore. So vacation is going to get $100. Christmas, school, birthday, home maintenance, doctor, and car will all get $17. And personal is going to get $21 for a total of $223 here. My emergency fund is going to get $800 this check. Why? Because that's how much I have left over. And I did that already. So I went ahead and made sure I transferred that money already into my account. It's in my Capital One account, so it's no longer in the account that I get paid in. It's not in my direct deposit account. I had to Zelle myself the money, and it's in a separate bank. It's in my Capital One account, so I've already put that $800 aside. If you're new here, the goal for this year is to get my emergency fund up to $20,000. Okay, and so that $800 is our first step. And so that is it. That's how I ended up with that $8.88 as a buffer. I really have no buffer. Got to make it work with the money that we have. And I think we should do fine because you all know that I was very diligent with the budget previously, and I don't see why that would change now that I have a little bit of extra money going into each category. so let's get ready to stuff and look at this and see how I'm going to do it, because I did have to change my denominations. I had to change the sheet that I give to the teller because it had more money in it. I know I need to clean up my wallet. Don't judge me. All right, so we're going to put this here. Let's go ahead and get this money set up. Also, if you're new to this channel, then that means you don't know that we do budget for a joint account. I put money into the joint account each check, and then from there we budget that money for all household expenses. And so that's why I'm telling you that you only see me stuff and budget for what goes into my check or my account each pay period. Also, what you don't know is that I make more than my husband, so I do more for the house because of that. Like, I do more saving for us because I have more of discretionary, if you will, because it doesn't feel discretionary, but I have extra in my check that I'm able to save, and it's not as tight for me now. Now, you heard that, now, because when I first started, it was very tight. But now that I have paid off my car, I paid off my cards, the only debts that I have left are my house that we live in and the townhouse that I owned previously that is now being rented out. And my student loan debts, which I have already applied for loan forgiveness. So I'm just waiting for those people to tell me that it's done, okay? I'm praying that January 22 does not catch me having to pay that back, because that's really going to mess me up. All right, so let's go ahead and look at what we're getting here. I'm looking at gas. Gas is going to get two $100 bills for $200. I did it all wrong. So go ahead and put that in the wallet, and then that's going to get deposited into my account. I make all of my gas purchases out of that account. Eating out is going to get $150 coming from my money. We'll do that first, and then I'll do the eating out from the joint account. So for my account, the eating out is going to get $150, and I am giving that 10 ones. let's see, and then eating out from the joint is going to get 5 ones. Okay, so that's 15 ones. Then it's going to get 4 5s from up here and 3 5s, so it's going to get a total of 7 5s. Four 10s, 2 10s, so a total of 6 10s. Four 20s, 3 20s, for a total of 7 20s. That's 2. That's $2.50. So I'm going to do 5 for me. No, I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to split that up later. So I don't waste time right now. But this is $200. It's going into the eating out. And as you can see, that $200 did fit in there. All right. Groceries is going to get its regular $250. It's going to get two $100 bills, two $20 bills, and then two $5 bills. That's $125 per week, $25 per person. We do $100 per person per month in groceries. Date night is going to get $75, a $50, a $20, and a $5. Mommy's Fun Money is going to get $200. I like the sound of that. It's going to get 5 ones. I'm going to do 3 5s. Then we're doing 2 10s. Three 20s. And 2 50s. One, 20, 40, 60, 70, 85, 95, 6, 7, 8, 9, 200. So I'm thinking for this pay period, what I'm going to end up doing with this Mommy's Fun Money is I'm going to go ahead and get a full or refill on my nails and then a full pedicure. And I'm also going to get my lashes redone in this pay period. So that's going to take up about 140 of this $200. Allowance is going to get $40. And then allowance is going to get 25 ones. So we're going to do 10 ones for Big Girl. A 10 and a 5. And that's how we separate hers. And then 10, no, that was wrong. She only gets 5 ones. There we go. 5 ones for her. Sorry, that's $20. 10 ones for my son. All right, so that's him. And then 10 ones for baby girl. So I'm going to insert a clip in here of baby girl going on her shopping spree for her birthday, because y'all know that's what we... Hey baby girl, how you doing on your shopping spree?
Thank you very much.
What do you have?
I
can't see, son.
I have some necklaces for Forever 21. I have perfume and lotion from Bath and Body Works, and from denim jeans.
All right.
Oh, and your Simple Dimple.
And from games and toys, I got a Simple Dimple.
Okay, all right. So where are we headed now?
Target.
Okay, and what are we getting from Target?
I'm getting the backpack I've always wanted and some reasonable things.
Okay, some reasonable things. All right. Yeah, promised and planned to do. So she did that in our last paycheck. So what else goes in the wallet is $150 for aftercare for my mom. That's her love offering. And then a $20 and a $10 for the $30 extra money. And that is going in right there. And so also during this pay period, we are going to end up going to the fair. That's probably going to come out of the extra money in the date night money for the fair. All right, so now we have our sinking funds. So we got a $100 bill, and that's going to go into vacation. We already know that. We know that $50 goes for Big Girl. So she's going to get a $50, and then we're going to do $17 for that as well, and that's going to go into school. So her cheerleading fees have been paid. So at this point, school is being built up for school, softball, baseball. A 50, a 10, and a 5 was $65 for gymnastics. We don't do gymnastics anymore. So now this goes into home repair. So now I'm going to add, that was $65 coming from the joint account. I'm going to add the $17 coming from my personal account. So it's a total of $82 going into the home repair. And we did just get our house repainted. The color's still growing on me, y'all, okay? 2 20s and a 5 goes to Big Girl in her account that was being set aside for her car. It ended up getting used for cheerleading fees, but now we're back to car because we have paid the cheerleading fees. $20 and a 5 is for my phone bill. And so now here was that money that was folded from last paycheck for the phone bill. We have the $50, and we'll go ahead and put that in the account to pay for it now. $21 is going to go into personal. That's going to go into the Peloton fund. $10, 5, and 2 ones for $17, and that is going to go into birthday. $17 will now go into Christmas. $17 will now go into car. And then the final 17 is going to go into doctor. And so how I ended up with this number before is I looked at what I had left over, what I could put into my sinking funds. Sinking funds are just little savings account that you set aside for the inevitables that are coming up. This is what I had left over before. I could put more into my sinking funds now that I do have the extra money, but the more is being put for the extra or for the emergency fund. And I would rather have that money sitting there in that emergency fund and have to pull from there versus trying to put it into these sinking funds and not have that 3 to 6 month fund at all, right? So now I have some money in these accounts so that if something happens, I have something to start with from there. And then if it doesn't cover it, I can pull from the emergency fund. But I wouldn't be able to do that if I wasn't setting aside the money for the emergency fund at all, okay? And so now understand that my numbers have increased over time because I have grown my income. And I've grown my income by switching jobs. I'm still manifesting a promotion in income and increase in my account. You all know that I've been manifesting this for a while. It's coming. I'm just waiting for it to catch up, but I'm believing that it's coming. All right. So this is where we are. If you have enjoyed this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up because the thumbs up will help my channel grow, which is what I'm trying to do. And you can share the information with someone who may need it. If you're starting on your budgeting journey, I would love to be one of the channels that you come to look for information. All right. If you like it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe if you made it this far and you haven't done so already. Until next time, journey on.